I was loving reading your feedback on yesterday's exercise, just beautiful. And before I go further, I want to make sure that everybody has done day 1 and day 2 before they do day 3, because it's important you have a good perspective on how your life is before we do this one. So a big part of receiving is giving. When we feel free to give, we are more able to receive. So today is about having a good look at what you have that maybe you don't need. As an example, decluttering. I've noticed just through Facebook posts that people have started doing that anyway before this suggestion. And I think there's a big need for a cleanse, for a restart. So you can go through your home and find what it is you have too much of, or what things it is that you don't need. And you can either give them away or sell them, right? And another really great exercise is to have a look at your bank statement. I know most of us don't like working with money, which is something I particularly am not fond of. But when you have that conversation like you did yesterday with money, it makes it easier to do this. So you have a look through your bank statement and look for things that you don't really need that you're paying for. As an example, when I did this exercise, I found out there was a few apps I was paying for. It might only be $5 a month or $10 a month, whatever it was. But over a year that adds up, right? So I cancelled a few of those. I also realised that my mobile phone contract had finished. So I rang them up and renegotiated a price and ended up with half the amount on my bill that I had previously. And overall, I saved over $1,000 a year. That's a lot of money. And when you do these things, what you're doing is you're making money without having to work hard for it. To earn money is a lot harder than to cut costs or to save money, isn't it? For me to get $1,000 that I've saved over a year, I'd have to work solidly for a week, but it took me a couple of hours, you see? And then when you've done these sorts of exercises, you've got more for what you really want. Does that make sense? So have a good think about it. If you already have more than enough money and not worried about bills, then this is where the giving comes in. Give to a local charity. Buy someone flowers. When you're at the checkout, I've heard stories about this a lot lately. People have gone to the drive-thru to pay for their bill and the car before paid for them. There's honestly been a few stories like that lately. So these are things you could be doing, or if you're not in a position to do that, go through your bank statement. Give to yourself. Have fun with that.